threes. Hey guys, Dr. Steph here from Living Health Integrative Medicine, and I'm here today with one of our patients who's going to get into why she came to us and talk about where she was and where she is now, and how functional medicine was an integral part in her getting back to really good function. So Jill, why don't you?
My name's Jillian. I'm a nurse, so I've been on the patients or the giving side of the bed for quite a while, and now it's time to take care of me. So what I've done is, when I was 14, I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. I had been having symptoms of wheezing, that my parents thought my asthma was coming back, and the pediatrician luckily checked out my neck, and there was a big old butterfly goiter on my neck. So at the time, they put me on 75 mics of levothyroxine. Everything was good until fast forward, getting pregnant, having a baby, and I had a little bit of what they consider postpartum depression. Went back to work, and things again normalized, or so I thought. And then I had my second baby, and that's when I hit rock bottom. My husband and I were fighting all the time. My mood was constantly changing, which I figure, that's partly having a kid. Like, that's normal, right?
And the stress of having kids.
And the stress of having a kid.
Yeah.
And it really hit home when I had gone to my doctors several times, and I said, hey, what's going on? Like, something's not right with me. I was depressed. I was crying. Again, we were fighting. And
physically, how were you doing also, though?
So physically, I was having pain in my joints, kind of on my hands, in my wrists, elbows, knees, pretty much anywhere and everywhere. There wasn't one particular area. And what would happen is I would be carrying my son, and I felt like my legs were going to give out. And it absolutely terrified me. So I went to my doctors and said, hey, something's not right.
And that was physical, you had emotional stuff happening, and before you were pregnant with the second child, you were like super active, you could run, you were, like no physical barriers.
No, I was like at
this mystery
34, I was feeling like I was 70.
Oh God, okay.
I was like, I was like, just how I felt in my body and what I was capable of doing. I mean, I've run marathons, I've run 10 milers.
Right.
I don't train, and I just go run them.
And then all of a sudden you got joint pain, and it's hard to carry your son. And did you stop exercise for the most part?
No.
She just ran through it.
I bared through the pain because I went to my doctors. They said, hey, everything's normal. They checked my thyroid levels. They were normal.
Right.
Nothing's wrong. Go on an antidepressant.
Oh.
And
that was a couple years ago, I think, right? Because
that was in 2018.
Okay.
So that was in 2018. So, and then I did that and didn't feel any better. Nothing changed. And
so what prompted you to come here?
Taking care of myself and actually feeling better. A friend of mine had sent me the link to y'all's webinar because it was during COVID, and then I got in touch with you, and I said, I have nothing to lose. If anything, I'm going to feel better. And I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but my dad's family has a very similar way of thinking. He supplements, he eats organic. He takes care of his body, and he's 70 and maintains an entire yard, and he doesn't act like he's 70. He doesn't look like he's 70. And I think a lot of that is obviously how he's taking care of his body.
Yeah. Now, had you heard anything about functional medicine or this kind of holistic approach before you came here?
Sort of. Just from him, and then I was like, it's a risk, let's do it. Because I had gone to several different people, and I said, they're all telling me everything's fine. But the way I felt and the way my body was acting at 34, something wasn't fine. And no matter what, they kept saying, yep, it's normal, it's normal. I'm like, but I'm not normal.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling normal.
So you came here with a diagnosed thyroid condition since 14, so 20 plus years of dealing with a thyroid. And then after your second pregnancy, lots of symptoms kicked in, and when you came here, so if anyone comes here with a thyroid condition, we will always rule out what type of thyroid condition you have. And one of the tests we ran was to see if you actually had an autoimmune condition.
Yes.
And it came back, yep.
I do.
You had something called Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which apparently your mom has been diagnosed with.
Yep.
So we kind of suspected that anyway. So once we rule that out, now it's a matter of you don't really have a thyroid condition, you have an autoimmune disease, which can affect other tissues. So this is where, Hashimoto's runs with rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis. We have patients that have multiple. So that could explain some of the joint pain, of course. So then you started with us, and you started with me, and we started working together. What's that been like, and where are you at?
Absolutely amazing. I mean, the first week by far was the absolute hardest, but that changes. It's hard for anybody.
Yeah.
But it has been absolutely amazing. I might get a little emotional here. I can't thank you guys enough. Because I feel like myself. The first time in 4 years that I've been able to run and keep up with my kids and not be in pain. Anybody wants that.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it. But it's been such a good experience that, like I said, you've given me my life back. And
So-
I didn't realize how terrible
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah, because sometimes it can happen so slowly until obviously joint pain kicks in or something obvious, right? But so what's it like now with the family?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, we can do so much. A lot of it's planning because we plan our meals, but we're saving a lot of money by planning ahead and not, eating crap.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can keep up with the kids, and now our fights are. Literally the other night, my son was like, "Mommy, I don't like cucumbers." I'm like, "Okay, well, do you want broccoli or do you want
What
green
other
beans?"
vegetable do you want?
So it's fun, but I can include them with meal planning, and they want to meal plan with me, and I'm not yelling at them or trying to run through the drive-thru real quick to get them fed.
Right.
It's good quality time with them, but also for me.
Yeah.
I was like, there's a pure joy we have around each other now versus yelling at each other.
So
all
the
time.
moodiness,
It's completely gone.
and as far as medicating and stuff like that, you're back to being Jillian.
Yeah.
No medication.
Like,
I mean, still on your thyroid medication, but as far as antidepressants and whatever else
I was
they
like
tried to throw at you.
Yeah, and even like I said, I feel so much better. I can't even explain, like I said, how terrible I felt, and I almost felt in the worst of the worst, like, what is wrong with me? Like, there's something wrong with me, and nobody can figure it out.
And on paper, like, even when we ran your thyroid markers when you first got here, everything was in normal range.
Yeah.
But you had this inflammatory thing, this autoimmune thing. So did we give you anything for thyroid?
No. Nope.
So I get patients ask me,
Nothing.
when are you going to put me on thyroid support? I'm like, you don't need thyroid support. You need an immune system that needs to be, regulated. So we did food testing with you. We figured out some inflammation with different toxins in the environment. We worked with you naturally with diet and supplementation. And now you're in a whole new place, right? And so what would you say to anybody out there that is sort of, in your position where you were before you first got here with a debate, like...
No, do it. Do it, try it. I will hold your hand in the process because, I mean, you don't realize how terrible you feel until you feel that 100%. And when you get there, there's nothing in the world to take it back. No matter... I will spend all day planning just to get this feeling that I have now, that nobody could have told me you were going to feel this good, and now I'm like, wow, I can still feel better? Like, there's no way. There's no way I can feel better. Like, I've hit my max, and even the whole process, just what's your energy level? What's this? What's that? I didn't realize how great I could feel because I didn't realize how terrible I was feeling.
Yeah, you knew you were feeling bad, but
Yeah.
you didn't even realize how bad it was until you
And then
started
one
feeling-
day it hit me, and I was like, I was literally running with my son and my daughter, and I said, wow, like,
This is awesome.
this is what life should be. Like, this is exactly what you should be feeling it.
Perfect.
my age.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yes, thank
and
you.
It's always a joy. This is what we live for, is helping people get back to feeling what it's supposed to be like to be human.
No, it's awesome.